You should watch the Demon Slayer anime if you like one-dimensional protagonists, the king of pop, light backstory, slower-paced shows, some top-notch animation, and don't mind shows ending in a build-up arc. If that's all you needed to hear, I'll catch you in the next one. For everyone sticking around, let's get into it. 2019 Crunchyroll's Anime of the Year, and one of the most hyped up shows in my social media feed. It had been a while since I finished an anime since season 1 of Attack on Titan, so needless to say, this show piqued my interest. It wasn't until I started listening to the Trash Taste podcast that I had chosen to watch it. They had really hyped up episode 19, and there was this GIF that just kept on getting reposted in my timeline from episode 12. It made me not want to miss out on the show. Now that I've finished the first season and am anticipating the movie release, I will say this show's not for everyone. The hype was bigger than what I personally felt like it could live up to 2 years later. I'm going to go through the first season and comment on the pros and cons of my watch through. Then you can decide if you're the type of person that wants to watch this. So please enjoy the Tony experience of the anime Demon Slayer. Protagonists are interesting characters. They drive your story. Some viewers will self-project themselves onto the hero.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Other viewers will enjoy their narrative and see their story progress. Tanjiro is a good person. He likes helping people and cares for his family. He's always trying to do the right thing to a fault. His biggest flaw is his innocence. This guy is boring. If he was in a job interview, they'd ask Tanjiro what his biggest flaw was, and he'd say, "I care too much." I really wanted more from his personality, so it was hard for me to watch the first 10 episodes with a guy like this. He would blindly lead the charge every time, and apparently perseverance was the lesson of every episode. I made it a personal decision to say that Nezuko is actually the main character, but it was told from Tanjiro's eyes. At least that made it slightly more interesting. The silver lining is that by episode 11, when Zenitsu makes his official appearance, the series starts to get its legs. That's right, 11 episodes. Zenitsu is a loudmouth, whining simp. Sure, the loudness can get annoying for some, but he does add personality to the dynamic. He is just completely flawed. Some might argue, but what about Yushiro? I'm sorry, but having an Oedipus complex is not a personality trait.
Are you always this pathetic?
If you like backstory in your animes, don't expect much here. You want to know more about where the forms of Tanjiro's techniques came from? Too bad. What's that scar on his head from? Never talk about it. Honestly, anything that could shape why Tanjiro is the way he is missing. You'd think they'd acknowledge it. But here's a backstory about one of the demons once being a failed writer who played the drum occasionally. Let's give more personality to everyone but the guy we're following. That kind of backstory just raised more questions than they did answer anything. Is that the point?
Boop.
Before I continue ripping this show a new let me take a second to praise it. The animation was great. I want to show you all of it, but that would sort of ruin the reason to watch this show. So here are a few blurred clips. The animation did a lot of the heavy lifting. The hand-to-hand combat was smooth and amazing to watch. The colors that represented the moves were vibrant and eye-catching. And episode 19, don't even get me started on episode 19. It was almost orgasmic. The animation mixed with the soundtrack and the sound design proved that Ufotable is in the upper echelons of animation studios. You could tell they blew their budget on that episode though. Once episode 19 was done, the quality started to diminish. Reused shots and some older, cheaper looking techniques were implemented. It's kind of a shame.
Shame. Shame.
The last 6 episodes should have been placed into the movie that they were clearly advertising towards. I think it was intended for comic relief, which I did get a few laughs out of. The problem was it was just a lull. Sure, the characters made improvements, but nothing was shown of that improvement skill. They were just better at playing games. Nothing really felt developed.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
I think they also tried to sneak in a love interest, which I guess makes sense. Vanilla ice cream does go well with more vanilla. We all know best girl is Mitsuri. That's right, I said it. Not Lady Sociopath.
You frighten me sometimes, Dolores.
Why on earth would you ever be frightened of me?
The main drive of Tanjiro is to find out how to turn his sister back into a human. I guess there's only one man in the organization that might know, and seems so far down the line of this organization that it could be many seasons until we get a hint of anything worth talking about. Does anyone remember Heroes on NBC? That's the kind of slow burn this show gives off. Maybe it's an insult to say this to any of the Demon Slayer anime fans out there, but I'd much rather read the manga and then just watch the show for the fight scenes. If you're not deterred by anything I've stated so far, I'd say give it a watch. Hot take? I don't know. These are just my opinions. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the series. Thanks for watching the Tony experience of Demon Slayer. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like. If you want more videos like this, please hit the subscribe. This video was based on a review on my website, tonytranblog.com. So stop by there if you want more questionable takes on what content I'm consuming, or get a preview of what might be the next review. Anyways, I'll see you later. Beep boop, bye.